They say that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, you know what? Watch Nick at Night every night, and the doctors won't be in fright. Whatever. Waking up there at Ellie Mueller's next. Come on, Fabrice, give me something. Give me some good news, huh? Some other news.
After tonight's Weeknight update episode, let's take a look at some of the best moments of Shoutout and the Hall of Wonders. Those sketches were totally a blast.
Alright, and then after that, fly with the eagles. That's right, there's actually a show entitled Fly with the Eagles. And you can catch that Weeknight update and all the other great shows right now on Nick at Night. People have always wanted a late night show that really speaks out to them, you know, to make them feel that, you know, everything is going to be alright. Well, there's only one option for you, and that's Weeknight Update. It's starting right now. Let's get it on. From the YouTube Dog Show, no, Michael Ian Black could not be here tonight. It's Weeknight Out There with Ellie Muller, and now, man who knows that a show like this could make Michael Ian Black upset because he never got a chance to actually host one himself, Mr. Ellie Cunny Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Cunny Muller's over grasshoppers. Baby Love Creations made a theme song that you just heard. The bumpers that you will see later on have been made over the last few weeks by Diamond.Cammy. And Fabrice will check out what is responsible for the previews. Now, tonight's Shoutout winners are Specs by Kenneth Span Edits, Alex Cave's animations, Anthony Pente Show with his reactions and things like that, Less Than Zero with his songs. You know, his songs have really, really, really good harmonies. You know, and they got good lyrics too. Well, it can also be pretty depressing, but what can you do? Anyway, the last one is Mag Explores, and he's an animation guy. Now, what's up? What's up with Michael Ian Black? A man who has done a lot of things. Of course, he has gone through something that can only be talked about here. Here we go. He didn't replace Craig Kilborn on CBS many years ago because people lied to him and never helped him with this big meeting, you know, with some of the CBS executives. Oops, that's Hollywood. And it's not all boo-hoo for him, though. He has a net worth of $3 million. How did Hollywood hurt him? Or actually hurt his chances of him replacing Craig Kilborn? You know, other than what I just mentioned earlier? Simple. By making Comedy Central work with him. Wait. Does he even know who Craig Kilborn is? Wow. That is just too much, man. I'm telling you. Alright. Well, here we go, folks. MP and the Pink Cat are back, and it's time for another thing called the Top 8 list. Let's see where we're going with this. Here we go. Alright, what's the category? Tonight's category, Top 8 things that Michael Ian Black has been called by several people because he wasn't chosen to replace Craig Kilborn. Number 8, the Fool. Number 7, a jerk. Number 6, goofy. Number 5, lame. Number 4, nutty. Number 3, dorky. Number 2, an egghead. And number 1, skunky. Whoa, wait a minute. Did Michael Ian Black want to replace Craig Kilborn as host of the Late Late Show on CBS? Yeah, but he didn't get it. You know, instead, Craig Ferguson replaced Craig Kilborn. He hosted that show for 10 years. Wow. Well, let's be honest. Craig Ferguson is a lot funnier than Michael Ian Black. You're telling me. Thank you, boys. Thank you very much. We'll be right back. The kids still call it Weeknight Update. Now here it is, your vibe tonight.
Storytime. He looked out at the field of beheaded warriors, and in his hands he held the head of the Pumpkin King. He had won.
noticed a lot of carpet companies are trying to look like Empire lately?
That's not it. Next.
But none of them is us. Only Empire promises brand name carpeting from $6.95 a yard delivered in 72 hours.
Too young. Next.
Only Empire promises a free Bissell shampooer with 2 rooms.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
So beware of imitations.
He'll do. Get him a damn shirt.
Nobody else is Empire.
588-2300 Empire.
Mr. Edward Scott and the boys, yes. How you doing, Ed? I'm doing alright. There's one thing that I'm confused about. Yeah, what is it? You were talking about Michael Ian Black not being chosen to replace Greg Kilgore many years ago on CBS, right? Right. Was he even in contention? I mean, was he even a contender for that gig? Well, sort of. It has to do with tonight's topic. Will make sense during talking time. Let's go into talking time. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well, as you can see, it's been many years since Michael Ian Black, was not chosen to replace Craig Kilborn as the host of the Late Late Show. And he was one of the guest hosts, along with Craig Ferguson, D.L. Hughley, and Damian Fahey, and things like that. But here's what's interesting about the whole thing, okay? In an article, that's sort of similar to this, right? The Things.com said that Craig Ferguson was hired because of his meeting with the former head of CBS, Les Moonves, which I don't think too many people remember that name too well anymore, and probably for good reason too. But there's actually more to the story, as told by Michael Ian Black this past summer. Listen to this, okay? Michael Ian Black said, after doing the article, which Scream at cleveringly, talked about, he said, this bummed me out. I think Craig did a really good job, but learning he got the job was because he was better in meetings and because of the salary. By the way, Peter LaSalle used to be an executive producer of a few late night talk shows. Had a gripe against Worldwide Pants. Hurts. Nowhere does the article say his test shows were better. They weren't. I met Les one time. Now I understand that meeting was set up for me to fail. It was presented as Les wanted to say hi. About 10 minutes before I went to his office. I should have understood it was more than that, but nobody told me or prepped me. I was shy because I am shy. It kind of sounded like something that Craig Kilborn would say, but I don't think Craig Kilborn would relate to that because unlike Michael Ian Black, he actually hosted the Late Late Show. But anyway, he then continued, LaSalle had nurtured Letterman, and I thought he would understand I wanted the job without doing the whole Leno-esque shuck and jive. And Michael Ian Black was, really wanted it. And he said, it was my fault for underselling myself, but LaSalle could have and should have prepped me for that meeting. Well, he's right there. He's not wrong there. And he said, instead he lied to me after the last show, basically telling me I had the job. None of this matters now. It was a long time ago, but it's a reminder to people that so much is beyond our control. All we can do is what we can and hope for the best. Showbiz is a terrific business. Yeah, until it spits you out and throws you down the well. Wow, that is just crazy. You know, I bet that there are a couple of I bet that there are a couple of people who do talk shows here on YouTube who are shocked about that. I know that I am. You know, of course, what can you do? Anyway, listen to this, okay? Michael Ian Black has a net worth of $3 million. And he has done many, many different things. For example, on Comedy Central, not only did he do Reno 911, but he also did a show entitled Viva Variety, which, for those of you who don't know, was actually a show on Comedy Central that aired in the late 90s, along with, and this is true, okay? Viva Variety debuted almost around the same time that The Daily Show debuted with Craig Kilborn and When Ben Stein's Money. I don't know what I just did, I'm sorry. But anyway, he's now in his 50s. Literally, it says here that he's 50 years old right now. Wow. That is just plain crazy. Alright? Well, what can you do? And also, he also did some work on MTV. Yeah, I know. It's crazy and it's ridiculous. But, what can you do? What can you do, huh? Well, that is it for tonight's Madness Train, aka Weeknight episode. I'll see you tomorrow night, alright? That's the news. I'm out skis. Farewell, bye, farewell.